All right, the next time that you take an exhale, curl up, reach long through your fingertips, your eyes look to your belly button. As you're holding here, reach longer through your belly button or reach longer through your fingertips and anchor your belly button down. And then go ahead and lower yourself back down on your inhale. Exhale, curl, reach long, fingertips reaching towards your heels, and then roll that back down again. Do that again. Exhale, curl, reach, and return down on your inhale. All right, the next time that you curl up, you're staying there. Curl, reach, bring one leg into tabletop. Bring the other leg up into tabletop. Hold here with your fingertips. Extend one leg long. Return that back in and switch it. And then return that back in and switch. Now, as you're extending your legs one at a time, focus on what your hips and what your back is doing. You should feel that your back stays anchored. And if you look at your hips, you should have zero movement there. If you see a lot of movement, like your tummy goes up and down, see if you can keep everything in place as you extend and return in. One more time on each side. Once you're even, roll your spine down. Keep your legs in your tabletop position, but you can lower your arms down. Exhale, curl up, reach long through your fingertips again. Hold it here. This time, if it feels okay, you're going to extend both of your legs and then return both in. You can always go back to a single leg. That's easier. Exhale to return the legs back in. Inhale, reach both legs long. Exhale, return in. Again, focus on those hip bones. Can you keep them completely still as your legs are moving? Can you keep your back in place as your legs are moving? One more time. Exhale, return in. Legs stay in tabletop. You lower yourself down. You can lower your arms down. All right. If you're my client, you know where we are headed. We're going to the 100. All right, so once we get up there, you can extend your legs to a challenging but manageable position for you, or you can stay in your bent knee tabletop position. That is A-okay. Let's do it. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl, reach, and start pumping the arms for the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach long through those fingertips. Press your inner thighs together. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're halfway. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw those abs in deeper like you have a brick on your tummy. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one here. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Bring your legs back into tabletop. Lower your head down. Lower your arms down. Nice job. Go ahead and lower your feet for a second to rest. Go ahead and take your hands to your hips. And then rock your hips forward and rock your hips back. Getting a little bit of movement in your pelvis. After we did all that work to hold it nice and still, go ahead and move back and forth. Let your knees sway to one side, and then you can let your knees sway to the other side. Returning back into your starting position, planting the feet, arms are down by your sides, and let's bring your right leg up to the ceiling. Once you have that right leg lifted, you still have that left leg in place, and then just go ahead and pull your right leg back towards you. And then return it back to where it came from, straight leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, pull your right leg towards you. Inhale to return. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, return one more time. Exhale, pull back. And return. Hold your leg in place here and circle your ankle. A big old circle with the ankle. And then a big old circle going the opposite way with your ankle. As that leg is moving or that ankle is moving, think about your opposite leg. Think about pressing your foot down into the mat. Your right leg, the one that's lifted, let's go ahead and point and flex your ankle now. Point and flex, reach through your heel, reach through your toes. And then keep it flexed, pulling your toes back towards you. Move side to side with your ankle like you're trying to show off the bottom of your foot. While we're doing all of this, your back should still be anchored against your mat and your abs drawn in. All right, go ahead and point your foot, the right one, the one that's reaching up to the ceiling. And then extend your left leg. If you'd like to, your left leg can stay planted like in the bent knee position that it was just in. That'll make things a little bit easier. Long legs can be a little bit more challenging. From here, your hands, what do we do with our hands? Press your hands down into the mat. Single leg circle. Your right leg goes across your body, around, come up, pause at the top. Across, around, and lift. Across, around to come up. Big circle if you can manage. Keep the hips anchored. One more. Good. We switch directions. Out, around, and lift. Out, around to come up. Out, around, and lift. Your circle, you can always make smaller if you need to. Once you finish this last circle, go ahead and lower your legs straight down. Bend it and bring your left leg up to the ceiling. So now we've got left leg reaching up. Your right leg is in a bent position planted on your mat. Let's go ahead, exhale, pull your left leg towards you. Find a stretch in the back of your leg. Inhale to release that. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, release one more time. Once you return your left leg up to the ceiling, let's circle the ankle. And circle the opposite way. All the while your back is staying anchored. Point your toes and flex. Keep your foot flexed, moving side to side. Show off the bottom of that foot. Hopefully it's clean. All right, point your toes. From here, your right leg can extend if you'd like. Like I said, you can keep that right leg bent. That'll make things a little bit easier. And then your hands are pressing down into the mat to help keep you stable. Find that connection to your tummy. That's what's working. We go across the body first, around, come up, pause at the top. Across, around, and lift. Across, around to come up. Two more here. And last one. Pause at the top, switch your direction, out, around, and lift. Cross over the center of your body. We call that your center line. Cross, or out, around, and lift. Last one here. And then lower that leg all the way down. Let's bring your right leg back up. I got a fun little challenge for you. Right leg's reaching up to the ceiling. From here, I'm going to have you lift up into your 100 position. So wherever you did the 100, you're going to lift up to that. So you're curling up, your arms are reaching, and then whatever you did with your legs on the 100, do that with your left leg. So if you had your legs in a tabletop position, that left leg would be in a tabletop position. Right leg staying, reaching up. If you had your legs extended for the 100, extend it. Float your hands off of the mat, maybe like 6 inches. From here, we go single leg circle with your right leg across, around, and lift. Across, around, and come up. Let's go 2 more. Last one. And then switch your direction. Out, around, and lift. Out, around to come up. Hold those hips steady. Out, around to lift. Out, around to come up. Hi, Andrea, welcome. Out, around, and lift. Good, nice job. No, you're good. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Okay, that leg goes down, we switch. All right, so left leg is reaching up. Your right leg can start on the ground, extended. Your arms down by your sides. We'll curl up the same way that we did on the other side. So our left leg is reaching up to the ceiling. You're going to curl up into your 100 position, and then your right leg goes into your 100 position, wherever that was for you, whether it was bent here, that's easier, or extended, a little bit more challenging. You find that position. From there, we hold, and your left leg goes across the body, around, come up. Keep your body still. Across, around, and lift. Use your core to do the work. 2 more here. And last one. Hold those hips steady and switch directions. We go out, around, and lift. Out, around to come up. Out, around to lift. 2 more. And last one. And lower that leg down. Go ahead and relax. You can reach your arms up. Take a nice big stretch over your head. Reach long through your toes. Find a little stretch there. That last one's hard. All right, when you're ready, boost yourself up into a seated position. And then boost your butt forward so that you're towards the front of your mat. Once you are there, you can tuck your knees into your chest, floating your feet. for rolling like a ball. We're gonna do a little warm up here for rolling like a ball before we actually get into it. Those of you that know the exercise, keeping your legs pressing into your hands and your hands into your legs. You're just gonna hold that there and really press your legs into your hands. And notice how when you press harder with your legs, you should feel that more in your tummy. And we're trying to maintain that the entire time. So we're really trying to hold that in place as we start to roll. Chin tucks into your chest. You roll back to roll up, find balance at the top. Roll back to roll up. Hold it when you get there. If you want things a little bit easier, hands go higher. If you want things harder, hands go a little bit lower. Roll back to roll up. Try your best not to kick your legs to come up and try to keep that floating position. Roll back to roll up. Relax your shoulders. Nice job, Susan. That looked great. Good, Teresa. Keep those knees tucked into your chest. Good. Last one here. Once you get up to the top, hold it, balance. Try not to plant your feet yet. Just hold it there. Great. Can you bring your elbows to your knees? Elbows to knees. So you're making fists like up to the ceiling. You're going to hold here. Fists are up. All right. See if you can roll like a ball from that position. Roll back to roll up. Find balance. Can you keep your knees glued to your elbows? Roll back to roll up. Draw the abs in. That gets a little too challenging. You can always go back to how we started with your hands, wherever easy for you, your choice. Last one. Nice job. Once you come back up into your balanced position, hold it there for a second. Take your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg long. Roll down onto your back, staying curled. Your eyes are on your belly button, your tummy's pulling in. From here, right leg pulls in and switch. And switch legs. Pull that knee in and switch. And switch. Imagine you're hitting a target with your toes. You're reaching straight out. Pull in and switch. And switch. Last one on each side. And then pull both knees into your chest for double leg stretch. Your arms and your legs reach. Hold it there. Hold it. Hold it. Comfy cozy. You can stay here all day. Loop your arms around. Tuck your knees back in. Inhale. Reach the arms and the legs long. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Return back in. Inhale. Reach the arms and the legs long. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And pull back in. Inhale. Reach long. Hold. Exhale, return back in one more time. Inhale, reach. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and return back in. Go ahead, lower your head down for a second. Rest the neck. Keep your knees tucked into your chest. And then we curl back up. Eyes look to your belly button. Extend your legs up to the ceiling. Take your hands to your right ankle. Left leg lowers down. Pull and then switch. Pull and then switch. Find the stretch in the back of your leg. Focus on that rather than your abs burning. Focus on the stretch in the back. Pull and switch. And pull and switch. Nice and slow. Slow and steady wins the race. One more on each side. Last one's on the left. Both legs come up to the ceiling. Glue your inner thighs together. Take your hands behind your head for lower lifts. We're just going to hold here for a second. I know you love to hear me say that. Just hold. Elbows are wide. You stay curled. Option is just to hold here, or you could even hold in bent legs. That's hard enough. If you want to take it a step further, you lower your legs, and then you exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Only lower to your point of control. So if you feel your back peeling off the mat, you're probably going just a little too far. One more here. Lift your legs back up. Hold it there. Lower your head down. You can find bent knees here if you'd like. If you want more ab work, you can keep your legs extended like mine. And then we come back up into your curled position. We've got one more exercise here in our ab series of 5. From this position, you're curled. You're going to reach your opposite knee to shoulder, and your other leg goes long. I'm going to have you curl, reach. Elbows are wide. Hold it. I see you moving, Sue. You quit that. You just hold it in the middle. Reaching and switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Hold it here. When you get to that side, hold it for 3, for 2, for 1, and switch and hold for 3, for 2, for 1, and switch. Hold it. 3, 2, and 1, and both knees tuck in and rest. Nice job. Boost yourself up into a seated position. Widen your feet so that you're to the corners of the mat. Pull your toes back towards you. Nice tall spine. Drawing your abs in, your arms can reach out in front of you like you're sliding them across the tabletop. We move into spine stretch forward. Chin tucks into your chest. Exhale, round and reach forward like you're reaching for something good. And then stack your spine back up, lower back, mid back, upper back as you return nice and tall. Think about finding the length in the lower part of your back as you reach forward and using your core to pull you back into center. You should really feel that tummy working to bring you in. Exhale, round and reach forward, big stretch. Reach through the bottoms of your feet. Susan, just flex your feet a little bit more so you reach through your heels. Yes, perfect. Lovely, Leah. I love that. Nice job, Sue. Looks good. Sue, just let that head hang just a little bit sooner. So that's the first thing that goes down. Exhale, inhale, stack it back up. Nice job, Carol. Avery, I think it looks great. All right, let's go one more here. Awesome. Bring your arms wide to the outsides into a T for saw. You're going to twist. Left hand reaches to the outside of your right foot. Exhale, round and reach forward like you're sawing off your baby toe, hence the name. Exhale to reach for those toes. Inhale, stack it all the way back up. Exhale, twist and reach. And return back up. Feet are flexed. Exhale, twist, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, stack it back up. You can think about what your back hand is doing. Think about that hand reaching up and back. Almost like you're trying to look at it and then stack it back up. Twist, exhale, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, stack it up taller. Each time you reach forward, you get a little bit bigger stretch. And stack back up. Let's go one more time each way. Last one here. Twist, exhale, reach, reach, and stack it up nice and tall. Take your hands to your ankles and then bring yourself into a balanced position, just like how we did for rolling like a ball. We just have a little different placement with our body. So I've got my hands on top of my ankles and my arms are on the insides of my knees so that I could extend my legs if I wanted. That's where we're headed in a second. You can tell Leah's a dancer. She can get her legs up there like nothing. All right, so from that position, you're going to find a nice tall spine to start. Just finding this balanced position. I know that's hard enough just to balance here. So hold that. We can always return back into this place if things get a little bit too challenging. Just return back here. This is a challenge in itself. Let's try just extending your right leg up towards the ceiling. And when you extend your leg, it should be about the distance. It should be like in line with the outside of your mat. So everything should kind of line up to that position there. And let's bring that leg back in. And then we'll switch that. Opposite leg extends and reaches. Try to stay open in the chest, relaxing those shoulders. And then you can return that back down. Do that one more time on each side. Right leg extends, return that back in, and then left leg extends. And you return that back in. Can you extend both legs? Option here is just to hold here if that feels good, great. Or you could also lower your hands down underneath your calves. That might make it a little bit easier as well. Try to keep your feet in line with the edges of your mat. And then we can bring that back into your starting position. Let's just plant your feet down for a second. Dive forward for a little butterfly stretch. But don't worry, there's more to come. All right, we're going to try a fun little game first. You're going to extend your legs up and see if you can just hold it there. Can you hold it there without using your hands? Can you hold your legs up? You could also just bend here. Could you hold your legs in a bent position with your arms extended? Okay, good. Hold it. That's an option. Bring your arms wide. Can you twist? And then can you return back in? And then can you twist the other way? And can you turn back in? Can you try it with straight legs and switch? Twist and reach and twist. Torso twists, hips stay facing forward. One more time each way. Twist and return. You can always return back into bent knees. Nice job. Grab onto your ankles and bring them down. Dive forward for one more little butterfly stretch. Head hangs down. And now the grand finale, open leg rocker. Find your seated position again on your butt. We extend the legs. From here, you can either just hold if you're like, that was enough for me today. Awesome. Then you're just going to try to hold that position. If it felt okay, we're going to try to roll. Chin tucks into your chest. Roll back, roll up, find balance at the top. Open up your chest is the key when you want to get up there. If you're like, I can't figure out how to stay up there, try to open up your chest more, and that will help. Roll back to roll up. Chin tucks into your chest to roll, and then you lift up and open up. Nicely done, ladies plus Avery. Bring your legs together when you get back up to the top. Legs are together. Release your hands. Roll down onto your back and keep your legs lifted as your arms go down to the mat. Your head is down, your arms are down, your legs are lifted. From here, keep your heels glued together and then circle your legs around in a circle, one direction, and then pause. Circle around the opposite way, and then pause. Circle around, to pause, switch directions, and pause. Each time you circle, you're going the opposite way. In this position, we're trying to keep your hip bones anchored. Draw the abs in, reach around and pause, circle around and pause. One more time each way. If you can remember which way you started, make sure you're even. And then you can tuck your knees in and give them a hug. The nice thing about the rain down here is that it comes and then it goes. It's already gone. Looks like the sun's trying to peek out. Once you're ready, you're going to extend your legs back up. Your arms are going to come back down by your sides, pressing into the mat. We're going to add on to it. If that last one felt okay, you're going to circle around and then lift your hips up to lower down with control. And we circle around the opposite way and then lift to lower. It's easier said than done. Try to control as best as you can on your lower down. This exercise is called corkscrew. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of fun steps. And this is just kind of the startings of it. Let's go last one here. Circle around and lift. And then you can prop yourself up into a seated position. We'll flip over onto your tummy. And you can lay down with your hands underneath your chest, your legs reaching long, and your eyes looking down at your mat. From this position, let's start by just finding that connection to your core. Now, anytime we're in this lying down position on your tummy, it's harder to find that connection, right? It's easier when we're working with gravity rather than when we're working against gravity. So imagine that you have a little ice cube underneath your belly button. You're going to try to pull away from that ice cube. It's cold. And then from there, you're going to start to lift up your head to look in front of you. Your hands press into the mat, and you start to open up your chest. You're going to keep a bit of bend in your elbows so you're not fully extending all the way up because we really want to try to keep that connection in your core. And then go ahead and lower that back down. Imagine that you're articulating the front of your body. So the first thing that lifts is your head, and then your neck, and then your chest. You're looking in front of you. You're relaxing your shoulders, keeping your abs drawn in. Hold it, and then we lower that back down. That's option one. If that felt okay, I'm going to guide you through a little movement at the top. You're going to open up your chest, your eyes look in front of you. Hold it there. This time, look to your right. Roll your chin down to your chest and look to the left. Look back to center, and then lower yourself all the way back down again. Let's do that same thing, but in reverse order. Open up the chest, eyes look in front of you, look to your left. Roll your chin down to your chest to look to the right. Look back to center, and then lower yourself back down. Good. From there, let's just kick back into a child's pose, bringing your hips to your heels and letting your head hang down, your arms reaching. Now, the great thing about Pilates is even though we're resting, we're always engaged. So think about while we're in this child's pose position, still pulling your tummy away from your legs. So you're not letting your tummy sink down into your legs. Think about reaching away from your legs with your tummy. And what that does is it forces you to have a little bit more length in your lower back. You should really feel that. Draw your abs in. Find that space in between every single one of those little bones in your lower back. Reach your hands to the right corner of your mat. And then reach your hands to the left corner of the mat. And then you can return that back into your centered position and return back into your swan. That was the last exercise we just did. So you have your hands underneath your chest and your legs long. Your body's nice and long on your mat. All right, from there, I'm gonna have you tuck your toes underneath like you're going to do a push-up. Not saying we're headed that way, but we're headed that way. All right, so I'm gonna give you a couple options to push up out of this position. You have your hands underneath your chest, your tummy is still drawn in, you're pulling away from that ice cube. Option one is you're gonna lift up to your knees, and then you can lift up to your toes and hold there. Option two is you lift straight up from your toes. Your knees are basically starting from they're not touching, and you lift straight up into your push-up. Once you are there, however you decide to get there, hold it. This is our plank. Think about pulling your toes and your hands together. Sorry, Teresa, I know this isn't your favorite exercise. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Draw those abs in. Send your whole body forward and whole body backwards by bending and extending at your ankles. Forward and back, and forward and back. Once you return back into your centered position, you've got two options to lower yourself back down. However you came up, go ahead and lower that way. So if you came up to the toes, go all the way down to your chest and relax at the bottom. We're going to do that again. You're going to lift back up, however you choose, either up to the knees or straight up to the toes. Hold there, find that connection to your core. Okay, you should feel that before we go any further. Option is just to hold here, or option two, float your right foot off of the mat and then send your whole body forward, whole body back with just your left leg. And then bring your right leg back down and we switch that. Left leg lifts, squeeze your butt, forward and back, and forward and back, and forward and back. That foot goes down, we switch again, right leg lifts up, forward and back. And last one, switch sides. Lift, and then forward and back. One more time. Bring both feet back together, heels are pressed together, inner thighs glued, lower yourself back down into your push-up position on the mat. And then you can kick back into another child's pose. Tummy pulls in, arms reach, head hangs. A rest position. All right, you can stay laying on your tummy. This time I'm gonna have you bring yourself more into like a propped up cobra position. So your elbows are underneath your shoulders and your hands are just in line with them. So you're holding here for our single leg kick. From this position, tummy is pulling up and away from your mat. With one leg, I'll have you kick, kick, and then extend your leg and switch legs. Kick, kick, you're bending at your knee, and then extend and switch. Kick, kick, and lower to lift the opposite side. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick. See if you can keep your torso as still as can be. Kick, kick, and switch. And my assistant is here to make sure my form is okay. Thank you. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. One more on each side. The last one here. Nicely done. Okay, now we add a little element to it. We'll go back to your right leg. This time, before you start your kicks, you're going to try to lift your leg up off of the mat. Let's just try that. Try to lift your right leg off the mat and then just lower it down. Just do that a couple times. Make sure that feels okay. Lift and lower and lift and lower. All right, the next time you lift your right leg, hold it there and then kick, kick. And then extend it and lower it. And then your left leg, lift it up, kick, kick, lower, and switch. Opposite leg lifts up, kick, kick, extend, lower. Switch, lift, kick, kick, extend, and lower. Last one on each side. Last one will be on the left. And then we kick back into our child's pose. Head hangs, arms reach. Abs drawn in. Let's go ahead and find a side lying position when you're ready. You're going to line yourself up to the back side of your mat. So your butt Your shoulder, your elbow, everything is in line to the back side. Once you have that, make sure I got my doggo out of the way here. Your legs can be towards the front of your mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Your top hand is going to just hang out right in front of your body. That helps to keep you stable. And then your top leg, I'm going to have you externally rotate so that you have a slight reach up with your toes with your top legs. You should find that your toes are pointed up. From there, you can lift your leg up to the ceiling and then pull it down. Lift up to pull down. Lift and lower. Lift to lower. Keep that external rotation. See if you can keep your hips completely stacked on top of one another. Lift and lower. To lift one more time, we move into passe. Your top leg is going to drag in, your knee points up to the ceiling. Lift your leg up, extending it, and then pull it down. Bend it in, lift it up to pull down. Pull in, last one here, and we switch directions when you extend that leg. Now lift up to the ceiling, bend it in, and press it away. Lift up, bend in to press away. Last one, and press away. Once you find your extension there, we move into circles. Your top leg is the only thing that's moving. See if you can click your heels together, or see if you can click your puppy's head, apparently, as you circle through. Nothing phases her. 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions. Circle, circle. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Lift your leg up, plant it in front of the other leg for inner thighs. Your top leg is bent, and that knee is reaching away from you. Your top hand reaches through the inside of the leg, grabs onto the outside of the ankle. Your bottom leg is going to be the one that's working. You're going to lift and lower your bottom leg. Lift and lower. Lift to lower. For 3, for 2. On your last one, hold it at the top. See if you can lift it up a little bit higher, and then circle it. Reach through your heel. Circle, circle. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Switch directions. Circle, circle the opposite way. For 3, big circles. For 2, and for 1. Lower your leg down, extend your top leg, and then we move into an exercise called hot potato. Your top leg is going to start in front of your bottom leg. So you have like the staggered stance. Your top leg is still reaching through your heel. You're going to be tapping the ground 5 times. Let's just try that. You're going to tap the ground with your foot. 5, 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. After that, we lift the leg up to the ceiling, and then we go behind the leg for 5 reps. Again, we tap it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up. We go in front of the leg. We're going 4 reps this time for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lift, and in back for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lift, and in front for 3, 2, and 1. Lift, in back for 3, 2, and 1, and lift. You got 2 in the front. 1, 2, lift up. 2 in the back. 1, 2, lift up. You know it. 1 in the front. 1 in the back. Lift it up. Glue your legs together. Once you have your legs glued together, lift both of them up. Keep them glued. Take hand over hand, forehead to your hands, and flip onto your tummy on your mat. Your legs are still lifted. Once you're there, click your heels together for beats on the belly. Click, click, click. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your legs down. We do that again one more time. Squeeze your glutes, lift them up, and click your heels together. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your legs back down, and then you can switch over to the other side. You can either choose to face me and just flip like the other way, or if you want to flip over so you're facing away from me, whatever's easiest for you works for me. If you were in the studio, you would flip and be facing away from me. Typically, is how it would be done. Once you are ready to roll on the other side, your backside should be lined up to the back of your mat, your legs towards the front of your mat. We start with up and down. Remember, find that external rotation with your top leg. Lift up to the ceiling to pull down. Lift up and pull down. Everything's lined up to the back side of your mat. Lift and lower. Lift up, pull down. One more time here. Once it comes down, we move into passe. Drag that foot in, the knee points up, lift it up to the ceiling to pull it down. Pull it in, lift it up, pull down. Bend in, lift, pull down. Once we get there, we switch directions. Lift up, bend it in and press it away. Lift up, bend it in to press away. Two more here. Stack your hips, point your knee up to the ceiling, and then find extension. Once your leg is extended, we circle it. Circle, circle, draw your abs in, keep everything else nice and stable, no other movements anywhere, and switch your direction. Circle, circle, click your heels together each time if you can, for 3, for 2, and for 1. From there, lift up for inner thighs. Plant your top foot in front of your other leg. Your knee is pressing away from you. Your bottom leg lifts and lowers. Lift and lower. Really focus on that top knee reaching away, opening up your chest, and then your bottom leg can circle. Circle, circle. Reach through that heel. For 3, for 2, and for 1, switch directions. For 3, for 2, and for 1, lower the leg down, extend your top leg for hot potato. All right, so if you remember what we did on the last one, we got 5 in the front, 5 in the back, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1 together. All right, let's pick up the pace since we know what we're doing. Top leg presses down, we tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lift in the back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lift. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, lift, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift, in 3, 2, 1, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift, 1, 2, lift, 1, 2, 1 in the front, 1 in the back, and together. Awesome job. Way to go. All right, lay on your tummy, extend your arms over your head, extend your legs long for swimming. From this position, let's start by just squeezing your butt. Lift your legs up, lift your upper body up so you're finding extension in both the arms and the legs, and then lower everything down. Lift everything up and lower everything down. Draw your abs in, pull your tummy away like you have that ice cube still as you lift your arms and your legs, and lower everything down one more time. Lift up and lower. All right, so our movement, swimming, is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to be swimming. You're going to lift everything up and you're going to be reaching arm, opposite leg will go together, and you are swimming. Your breath is going to be like the 100. So if you're new to Pilates, the 100 breath is inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. So think about finding that same breath as we move through this exercise. So once you lift up, hold it there. Let's just try it out. Just opposite arm, opposite leg starts to move. And then find your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go ahead and lower that down. If that feels okay, we're going to move through that. We're going to pick up the pace. We're going to go through 2 breath cycles, okay? So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then repeat that. If it didn't feel so great on the lower back, you can just start by holding, or you could just lift up, hold, and then lower down. Lift up, hold, and lower down. That's also a great way to start to get into this exercise. All right, if it felt okay, let's lift everything up. Hold it here, and we start to swim. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everything lowers. Take your hands underneath your chest. One more little child's pose before we move on to our mermaid stretch. From there, you can face the side of your mat, bringing your legs either in a mermaid position, which would be legs stacked. So you'd have like your knees stacked, your feet stacked, or you could go one leg in front of the other, 90-degree angle in the front, 90-degree angle in the back. This is going to be an easier position to maintain. Stacking your legs will be a little bit more challenging. So pick your poison, whichever your heart desires. All right, the hand that's closest to your legs right now is going to hold you up. So you're going to take that hand, grab onto your legs, and your other hand reaches up to the ceiling. Let's reach towards your legs first. That's an exhale. Inhale to stack up tall, finding a T with your arms. Hold it. I know that's hard. Lower down onto your elbow on the other side. Reach up and over, big stretch. If this feels easy peasy, you can always try the harder progression of where you're at. Inhale, stack it back up. Exhale and reach. Meaning like if you have your legs in a 90-90 position, if you're like, this is like really easy, try stacking your legs. Find a T, lower down with control, exhale. Inhale, stack it back up. Use your core. Exhale to reach up and over. One more time. Find a T with your arms. Lower down with control. Up and over. And stack that back up one more time. Awesome job. Take your hands behind you. Continue to face the side that you're on, but kick your legs up and swing them the other way. We call that a teaser. All right, now we do the same thing on the other side. Hand that's closest to your legs holds you up. The opposite hand reaches up to the ceiling. Exhale to reach towards your legs first. Inhale to stack it up, finding a T. Lower down with control to your elbow. I'm always better on this side. So if you feel one side that's a little bit easier than the other, it's totally normal. You just try to even it out as best as we can. Inhale, stack it up tall. Exhale, lower down onto your elbow. Inhale and exhale. So one more here. Lower down onto the elbow, using your core. Up and over. Nice big stretch. Awesome. All right. I know how much you guys like to roll back and forth, so let's do that. You can boost yourself forward towards the front of your mat for seal. This will be like our last exercise on the ground. We do take this exercise into a standing position eventually, so I'll show you how to do that if you're interested. But let's start by just learning the exercise. So you're going to start by finding a balanced position on your tailbone, and your hands are going to dive through the inside of your legs, grabbing onto the outsides of your ankles. You'll find your balanced position. You have a round spine. Your chin tucks into your chest, your legs pressing into your arms, arms into your legs. You roll back, two roll up, find balance at the top. Roll back and roll up. Now it's called seal for a reason. If you want to get fancy with it, you click your heels together. 1, 2, 3, and then you roll back and roll up. 1, 2, 3. If you want to get really fancy with it, roll back 1, 2, 3, tap, and then come up 1, 2, 3. Roll back, 2, roll up, finding balance. Let's do one more there, and then we'll talk about how we stand up from this position. Once you get up to your starting position, hold it there. You can plant your feet down for a second. Now, if we take it into our standing position, how that will go is we'll cross the legs on you when you're coming up. You'll release your hands, and then you'll stand up. You can use your hands to help you. The goal is to eventually not use your hands. So I'll show you what that looks like, and then you can give it a go. If you're also like, I hate this idea, then you could just finish the exercise, stand up however you choose, and we'll meet at the top. So if you want to do it, it goes back, you release your legs, you cross, you stand, you releve, and you're facing your mat. So meet us where we're at. Nice, Leah, I love that. Da, 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 da. Nice job, Sue, that was beautiful. All right, once you are standing, we'll finish with a final roll down. All right, we lost Teresa. I don't know where she went. Let's see her. All right, so you can find a standing position. We'll find heels together, toes apart, reach your arms up, take a nice big stretch up there, and then dive down like you're reaching up and over that picket fence, just like how we started today. Let your head hang. Maybe you reach just a little bit further than when you started. Hopefully, that's the goal. Got a little longer, got a little taller. And stack your spine back up, lower back, mid back, upper back, arms reach, nice big stretch. And then you can bring your arms down, and you guys are done and dusted. Way to go. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Thanks, Abby. Miss you.
Thank you,
Thank
Abby.
Thank
Great.
you.
you.
Miss you guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. I'll send you, if
Thanks,
anybody
Abby.
wants a recording, by the way, you can let me know. I have a recording so I can send it to you. So you can do it every night if you wanted to.
Great job, Abby.
Thanks.
Excellent as always. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Woohoo, you did it. Okay, stop recording. Let's see.